I drive past hundreds of different cars every single day, if not thousands. Depends on the day of the week. Depends how much driving I do. It's a freaking lot of cars I go by. But I never miss an Evo. Even if I'm not looking in that direction, if I have my window down and I hear an Evo somewhere, it will grab my attention. The same thing happened when I had my S15. Every single S15 that I would drive by, I would spot it. The sound will attract me. I wasn't paying attention to Evos back then. It was S15s. Now I have an Evo. I basically spot every single Evo that I drive past. They're not common cars anymore. The 7.8s and 9s, 10s, I'm less attracted to. But 7.8, 9s, they're not very common. But every single time I will spot one. I don't think I drive past a single Evo that I don't notice. The mind is weird, man. Today I walked into the gym, and there's a billion things you could, pay attention to. But what stuck out to me was this girl on a Stairmaster machine. She was smashing the living hell out of that machine. She was going so quick, man. When I go in, and I am a complete freaking rookie muffin when it comes to cardio, I'm unfit, my lower legs are weak, all the rest of that. She was going real quick. I would suggest, I'm thinking that she was going at least 120 steps per minute. She was flogging it hard, man. She was holding onto the rails and just going for glory, just smashing it out. And, I usually have it at 50, at 60. She was doing double, at least, than me. Now, this is not the first time somebody's done the Stairmaster in my presence while I've been at the gym. It's just, I never cared about it. Now, all of a sudden, I care about it. And I'm spotting everyone doing the freaking Stairmaster. All of a sudden, I'm paying attention to people running on the treadmill. How are they running? Does it look good? Does it look efficient? Are they heel striking? Are they forefoot striking? What's the pace? What's the arms doing? So after I walked past this girl, I saw another guy running beautifully on the treadmill. He was running really quick as well. He looked like he wasn't even breathing hard. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was running that speed, man, I'll be gassed within a minute. He ran much more than a minute. That also stood out to me. The mind is so freaking weird, man. That whole law of attraction, I don't understand it fully, but what you manifest in your mind is what you're going to manifest around you. And it's not that you are changing your reality. It's not that you're changing the world around you. It's that your mind is selectively picking up the things that you care about. So you might be walking through the same place, right? Same place, same things are happening. Like if you just repeat the whole scene. But if you have a different vibe in your mind, you're going to pick up different things. Isn't that weird? And having that recognition that your mind is also a question mark. The puzzle is a question mark in itself, right? Trying to work out how to get stronger, trying to work out how to get fitter, trying to work out all these different weaknesses that we have, how to overcome them. So that's a problem. But what if you turn your eyes within, right? And you start looking at yourself and you start questioning your mind. What is really happening here? What am I actually using to solve this puzzle? That is a deep topic, my friends. And I don't have the answers to that. But I just find it interesting how you can go from not ever seeing anybody use a freaking treadmill, all of a sudden there's 50 million treadmills around. And sometimes I think to myself, what is the limitation of my mind when it comes to this? What is my mind selecting me to think about? So this is where we start talking about what stuff are you consuming? What information are you consuming? Who are you training with? Who are your influences? Because that is going to greatly impact your ability to solve your puzzle. If I grew up with Kipchoge in a freaking camp in Kenya, I don't think I'd be a freaking weightlifter, man. I'll be a runner. And when you start to understand these things, you start to understand that we are really, really delicate little creatures. We think we're all independent and we're running around making our own decisions. We're just freaking merely a reflection of our environment. As much as we think that we got shit under control, we really don't to that degree. Sure, we have free will and all these types of things, but we are highly reflective of our environment. I stumbled upon this running thing. I wanted some dorsiflexion. Did some calf raises and I thought, man, 20 calf raises, that's, I wonder if running could do something for me. start running, and I was like, wow. My calves are so lit. It's incredible. Start, thinking about those things. Start thinking about the benefits of all the other things. Okay, let's run it for a week. See if my strength is impacted. Oh my God, my strength is not impacted. Man, I love cardio. I want to run. I want to climb the stairs every single day. Stumbled upon it. All of a sudden now I'm seeking the right environment where I can absorb some of this information that would help me solve this puzzle. Sometimes I think life, man, is just about luck. Sometimes I just think it's about luck. As much as you think hard work improves your luck, which probably is true, man, there's a lot of circumstances that could have happened in my life to have me in a completely different situation. If I had the right influence on the basketball court, if I had somebody come up to me and just say one good sentence to me when I was 12 years old. Ivan, if you want to make it to the NBL, you have to be one, the fittest person wherever you go. Every team that you play, every competition that you play, you have to be the fittest human being on that court. And you have to have the best weak hand. If my son decided to play basketball tomorrow, there's a billion things you can tell somebody, right? There's a billion things. Work on your shot, work on that 1-2 dribble, work on your defense. Man, everything that I've experienced in my life in basketball, I would precipitate that shit to two things. Son, work on your left hand. Make that left hand as good as your right hand. What I would suggest is don't even use the right hand. A couple of training sessions a week that you've got shooting around the basketball court. Don't use your right hand at all. Everything's left. Jumpers, hooks, dribbling, layups, passing, everything with the left. That's the first thing. The second thing I want to tell you, my son, get fit. That will open up your horizon on the basketball court like nothing else. You're going to be in everyone's grill because you're fit. Your defense is going to be great purely just because you're fit. Because the hardest guy who's working is probably going to be the best defender, especially at the junior ranks. And when you have the ability to dribble, shoot, pass with the left hand as well, nobody can guard you. Nobody can guard you because there's no weakness, man. There's no weakness. Same with the soccer. I don't know how many times I've watched top-level soccer players. You can see the moment they get the ball, what they want to do with it. They want to go on the right and hit it. The defender's like, I'm letting you go right, man. I'm sending you left. He goes left, either he passes it or he just kicks it out of the stadium. But imagine if you can hit it left as well. And it's a scouting report from the other team's like, shit, man, this guy can hit it with both. What do I do? All of a sudden, those fakes mean something. Because when he goes right and fakes it, shit, man, he might turn me around and hit it with the left and hit it the top corner. Sometimes it's about luck. If I had somebody at 12 come up to me, like I'm going to come up to my son if he's ever interested in basketball, I'll tell him that. Imagine if somebody came up to me at 25 when I first started caring about the barbell and somebody said to me, make sure you do your cardio. I would say every day, if not 3 times a week. You need to be fit. You need to be fit. Cardio, and never forget to train your core. All the other stuff you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to score. You're going to learn how to deadlift. Deficits, block pulls, blah, 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 blah. The common denominator in all of this is you got to be fit and you got to have a strong core. I wish somebody told me those things. I wish somebody came into my life and had the right... What if I stumbled upon the right video? And this is the other thing. You could have that luck. Somebody walking right up to you and be like, I've got 2 secrets that's going to send you to the NBL, to the NBA. And if that person is not, how should I say this, in the right frame of mind to receive that information, what good is it? See what I mean? Sometimes you can trip over the damn truth 100 times and not see it. Trip over it and you won't see it. It's weird, man. It is really weird how the brain works. We all have a puzzle. And on top of the damn puzzle, you also have to be aware of your own self and your own brain and your own processing power. That stuff it's unreal, man. It is unreal when you think about a problem from such a three-dimensional view, four-dimensional. You're even thinking about the freaking self. You're even thinking about the goggles which you're looking at the problem from. Things can get really, really complicated. I'm now paying attention the way people run, the way that people climb stairs, how fit people are. I feel like my horizons have expanded, and I feel like it's a beautiful thing. But it does make me wonder, why did I miss this whole time? I appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.